So come on down onto your back. And begin to bring your awareness to your breath. Take a couple of long, slow, deep inhalations and exhalations. And feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper into your mat with each exhalation. With each of your inhalations, feel the front body lift towards the ceiling and the back body descends onto your mat. Inhale, create a sense of openness and space, and then exhale. And then bring your hands to rest at your abdomen. And notice how your hands are placed, if they're evenly placed on either side of your body. If your fingertips are spread, or if they're close to, or if your fingers are spread apart, or if they're close together. And also notice the weight of your hands as they rest on the belly. And with your inhalation, draw the breath into your abdomen and let it rise up to meet your palms. And then exhale, let the belly descend. Inhale, draw the breath in. Exhale, let the belly descend. And just take a few more abdominal breaths, breathing in and out. And then bring your hands to your rib cage. And with your inhalation, draw the breath into your ribs, spread the ribs into your palms, and then exhale. Inhale, draw the breath into the rib cage, expand your ribs out to the horizontal, into the horizontal plane, and then exhale. And take a few more breaths, breathing into your ribs. And now bring your right hand to the center of your chest and the left hand pressed on top. And once again, bring your hands, awareness to your hands. And as you inhale, draw the breath into your chest. Let it rise up to meet your palms. And then exhale. Inhale, draw the breath into your chest. Spread your collarbones wide. Lift the heart into your hands. And exhale. Take a few more breaths, breathing into the lungs and into your heart. And now slide one hand back down to your abdomen, one hand to your ribs. And with our 3-part breath today, we're going to do the typical 3-part breath, but when you get to the top of your breath, pause for a moment, and then exhale in one breath, and then pause at the bottom of the breath. So with each, when you inhale, you'll pause at the top and you almost will feel as if you can take another breath of air. And then as you exhale, at the bottom of the breath, pause for a moment and you'll feel just a slight contraction before you need to inhale again. So let's begin. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest, pause. See if you can take another little inhalation and then exhale, release in one breath. Pause at the bottom of your breath. And when you feel that little bit of a contraction, to breathe again. Take the breath into the belly, the ribs, your chest, and pause. Take a little breath in, and then exhale, release, and let go. Pause, and breathe in, belly, ribs, chest. Pause. Take that little extra breath in and exhale. And then take a few more going at your own pace. And now you can release your arms down by your sides. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And with your inhalation, reach your arms up, take them all the way behind you. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. Inhale, reach up, take your arms behind you. Stretch through your heels, reach your fingers away. And then bring your arms down by your sides. Reach your arms up. Stretch, press through the balls of your feet. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. Take the arms up, turn your hands so you can see the backs of your hands. Open and close your hands. Tuck your thumbs underneath your fingers, make a loose fist, and make circles with your wrists. And then pause and go the other way. And flip your palms up to the ceiling. Point your fingers down. Take your palms up and the fingers down. And just wave your hands up and down. Bring your palms together and interlace your fingers. Relax your shoulders. And then turn the palms up to the ceiling. And now take your folded hands behind you and reach and stretch away. Feel the length in the sides of your body, the openness underneath your arms. And then release the interlace of your fingers and wiggle them. And bring your arms up towards the ceiling with your palms facing one another. And then reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Shrug your shoulders up off your mat and place them down. Reach your fingers up and shrug your shoulders off and place them down. And one more time, reach up, shrug your shoulders, and then place them down. And hold on to opposite elbows. Let your arms hover just above your rib cage. Slide your arms to the left and take your gaze to the right. And then slide your arms to the right and gaze to the left. And reach your arms up again. Take them all the way behind you. Fold your arms, bring the other forearm in front. And once again, take a moment. Feel the length in your body. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. And on your next exhalation, bring the folded arms up. Let them hover just above your chest. And then slide your arms to the right, gaze to the left. And take your arms to the left and gaze to the right. Reach your arms up and take them behind you. Bring your ankles together and bring your arms as close to your ears as you can. And then exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. And then scrunch and spread your toes. And point and flex your feet. Make circles with your ankles. And then pause and go the other way. And bring your big toes together, pinky toes to the floor, and windshield wipe your feet in and out. And then bring your big toes together, point your toes, and just notice your legs. Feel the lower calves move away from one another, and your upper thighs roll in towards one another. And then release and slide your heels, tap the backs of your legs. And then bend your knees. If you have a bolster or you're laying down on something, just move it to the top of your mat. Otherwise, lift your hips up just a little bit off your mat. Slide the buttock flesh down towards your heels. And then place your back on the mat. Press your feet into the floor and press your lower back into the floor. And release. Press your feet, press the lower back into the mat by doing a pelvic tilt. And release. Press your feet, press the lower back into the mat. And release and draw your knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And hug them in. And let them fall away. And then cross the left ankle over the right, separate your knees, and make circles around your low back and sacrum. Draw your knees in towards your chest. And then let them fall away. Cross the right ankle over the left and make circles in the opposite direction. Hug your knees in towards your thighs, rock them in and out. And then release the cross of your ankles, hold on behind your knees, point and flex your feet. And make circles with your ankles. And go the other way. Stretch your legs up and bend them in. Stretch your legs up and bend them in. And then stretch the legs up. Bend them in, rock them in and out. And bring the soles of your feet together. Hold on to your ankles. And let your elbows rest on your inner thighs. And then lift the feet up just a little bit. Maybe try to point your toes towards your face. That's hard for me, I can't do that. And then separate your feet. Reach your hands around to grab the backs of your ankles or your heels and draw your thighs down towards your chest. Keep the soles of the feet pointing in towards one another. You feel that in the inner thighs. And then bring your feet to the floor and extend your legs. Extend your arms and stretch. And then just relax for a moment. Walk your feet over to the right side of your mat. Hold on to your left wrist with the right hand and reach your arm away. Press through your left heel for a nice stretch along the left side of your body. And then relax and come back through the center. Walk your legs over to the left side of your mat. Hold on to your right wrist and reach your arm back towards the wall behind you. Press through your right heel. And then come back to the center. Bring your arms down by your sides. Bend your knees. Bring your left thigh in close to your chest and rock it in and out. And then extend the left leg out. Press your thigh into your hands, hands into your thigh. Point and flex your foot. Make circles. And then go the other way. And draw your thigh to your chest. Reach your leg up. Draw your thigh in. Reach your leg up. And draw your thigh in. Rock it in and out. And then stretch the leg up. And stretch your arms so that your arms are long and your leg is straight. And then bend your knee, bring your left ankle over the right knee. Roll open your left hip with your left hand. And then draw both knees into your chest and rock them in and out. Hug your knees into your chest. Take your knees a couple of inches over to the right with a deeper stretch in your glute. Come back to the center, lower your right foot, cross the left foot all the way over. Bring both knees into your chest and rock them in and out. And then just pause for a moment with your knees hugged in. Rock from side to side. And then bring your right foot to the floor. Take your left hand out to a T and use your right hand to take your knees over to the right side. Come back up to the center. Take your feet as wide as your mat and rock your knees from side to side. And then bring your feet back to hip distance apart. Draw your right thigh into your chest, rock it in and out. Reach your right leg up, hold on behind your thigh. Press your thigh into your hands, and then point and flex your foot. Make circles with your ankle. And go the other way. Draw your thigh to your chest. Press your leg up. Draw your thigh in. Press your leg up. And draw your thigh in, rock it in and out. And then stretch the leg, press into your thigh. Stretch the leg any amount that works for you. And then bend your right knee, cross it over the left ankle. Right ankle over the left knee. Roll open your right hip with your right hand, and then draw both knees into your chest. Rock them in and out. Hold the knees in and take your knees slightly about 2 inches over to the left for that deep stretch in the outer glute and into, probably hits into the piriformis, which sits deep into your glutes. And then come back to center, lower your left foot, cross the right leg all the way over. Take your right arm out to a T, and then use your left hand to bring your knees over to the left. And your gaze can stay at the ceiling or over your right shoulder. Just keep your shoulders on the mat. And then come back up to the center. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Rock your knees from side to side. And then pause. And keep your feet as wide as your mat. Press your feet into the floor. Press your back into the floor. So it gets to a little bit different spot in your back. And release. Press your feet. Press the back into the mat. And release. And one more time. Press your feet. Press your back into the mat. And release. And then bring your feet back to hip distance apart and take your belt, whatever you're using for a belt, and take your left foot up into the belt. And remember, you want a nice straight leg. So if your knee is bent when it comes up to 90 degrees, then just lower your leg until it's straight and let your arms be straight as well. Walk your hands as close to your foot as you can, given wherever your leg happens to be. And then draw your knee into your chest. Stretch your leg up. Draw your knee in and stretch your leg up. And then take the belt into your left hand and bring your right hand to your right hip. And as you exhale, take your left leg out to the left side and let your right knee drop out to the right side. Come back up to the middle. Take your belt into your right hand, left hand to a T. Cross your right knee behind the left thigh, and then take your left leg over to the right. Come back up to the middle. Take both sides of the belt in your hands. Draw your thigh into your chest and stretch your leg up. And then take your right foot into the belt, lower your left knee. Bend your thigh to your chest. Stretch the leg up. Bend your thigh in. Stretch your leg up. Take the belt into your right hand. Keep your left hand on your left hip to keep it down on the mat. And then exhale your right leg out to the right side and your left knee drops to the left. Come back up to the middle. Take the belt into your left hand, right hand to a T. Cross your left thigh behind, or left knee behind the right thigh, and then take your leg over to the left. And then come back up to the center. Take both feet into your belt. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Spread your toes. Press the edges of your feet into the edges of the belt to create some space in your hips and in your sacrum. And relax the feet. Take your legs wide and just rock from side to side. And then bring your feet to the floor. Extend your legs. Extend your arms, reach and stretch, do a pelvic tilt. And then exhale, bring your arms by your sides, bend your knees, and roll to one side, and we'll sit up. Bring your hands to rest at your knees. And descend your sitting bones. Draw the navel in. Relax your shoulders. And lift the crown of your head towards the ceiling. With your next exhalation, lower your chin towards your chest. And with each exhale, sense your chin coming closer to your chest as you release the back of your neck. And now bring your chin back to parallel and turn your head to the right, back to the center and left. Come back and turn to the right, and then come back and turn all the way to the left. Come back to the middle, take your arms to your sides, and just lift the arms up, out to a T, and lower. Reach your arms out to a T, and lower, and reach your arms out to a T. Make a loose fist and lift your thumbs up towards the ceiling. And then with your exhale, round your back and turn your thumbs down to the floor. And then inhale up, lift your chest. Exhale, round your back, lift your chest, round your back, lift your chest, and round your back, and lift your chest. And then just lower your arms. Walk your fingers out, wiggle them, and release. Walk them out, wiggle your fingers, and release. And one more time. Walk your fingers out, wiggle them, and release. And then take both arms up, turn your palms, exhale and release. Reach your arms up. Turn your palms, exhale. And one more time, inhale, reach your arms up. Interlace your palms and turn the palms up to the ceiling. Interlace your fingers and turn your palms up towards the ceiling. And then bend your elbows, bring them to your chest, and press your hands away. Bend the elbows, bring your hands to your chest and reach up. Bend your elbows, press your hands away. Bend the elbows in, reach your arms up. And then release the interlace of your hands, wiggle your fingers. And with your exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you. Descend the sitting bones and soften your lower back. Draw your navel in, and exhale, twist ribs, chest, and shoulders. And then inhale, take your arms up. With your exhale, bring your right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Press into the floor to lengthen. Draw the navel in. Relax your sitting bone, relax your lower back. And with your exhale, twist ribs, chest, and shoulders. Come back to the center, take both arms up, lower your right arm, reach up with the left, and walk out to the right. A nice long stretch for the side of your body. And then take both arms up, lower your left arm, walk out to the right, and reach and stretch. all the way from the fingertips down to the sitting bone. Take both arms up, turn your palms, exhale and release. Roll your shoulders. And reverse. Inhale your shoulders up, exhale with a hop. Inhale up, exhale, inhale up, exhale. And then bring your hands to your knees and round your back. Lift your chest, round your back. Lift your chest and round your back. And lift your chest. And then I thought today we might work a little bit on the feet. We don't have all of the props that we ordinarily have, but we can do a couple things for our feet, especially since we're indoors all the time. I don't know about you, but I'm always wearing slippers in the house. And my feet sometimes get a little bit dried out from all of that, all those slippers. Anyway, support your knee on a block or a book, whatever you have to support your foot. And then just take a minute to rub the bottom of your foot. Rub the top of your foot. Rub your toes. And then take your left hand, right hand, and or whichever hand, I don't know that I told you which foot to take up, but bring your fingers in between your toes. And then just rock the toes back and forth. And a little bit side to side if you can. There we go. And then spread your fingers in between your toes. And then release. And then use your other hand, the index finger and your thumb, and just pop the toes off. And just pull the toes as if you're trying to pull them off your toe, off your foot. And then just bring your foot out flat to the floor and rub the top of your foot and the side and underneath. Just give your foot a nice rub. You can even come up your legs a little bit. Rub your foot. And then come back and take your other foot. And bring your other foot to rest on your block first, and then up on your knee. I'm having trouble here. Okay, and just rub the bottom of your foot. And then take your fingers in between each one of your toes. And rock your toes back and forth. And maybe a little side to side. And then spread your fingers in between your toes. And then remove them. And bring your foot to the floor. And rub the top and side and bottom of your foot. And rub your shin, your calf. And then take your legs out in front of you. And if you're sitting up on something, you can come down off of whatever you're sitting on. I know many of you don't sit on anything. So I'm going to take my ancient and honorable pink towel and sit on my pink towel. And then come to sit in Dandasana. So bring your legs about hip distance apart. Lift your kneecaps up towards your thighs and bring your hands to the sides of your hips. Lift your chest. And then just hinge forward at the root of your thighs and bring your hands onto your legs. Press into your legs, lift up your chest, and then walk yourself up. Tap your knees. And then sort of along the lines of rubbing our feet, instead of rubbing, just tap your legs. Tap on the tops, the sides, the inner thighs. Tap, tap, tap. And then you can pause. And just one more time, tap the bottoms of your legs by sliding your heels. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Hold on to your ankles, let your knees drop out to the sides, lift your chest. And then take your feet a little further away from your body. Open up your feet like a book. Once again, you might want to just do a little rubbing of the bottoms of your feet, maybe along the arch curve. And then bring your elbows to your inner thighs. Let your hands rest on your feet. And then just come forward. Put a little pressure on the inner thighs. And then come back up. Take your feet out in front of you. Hands to the tops of your knees and round your back. Lift your chest and round your back. Lift your chest and round your back. And then lift your chest. And let's come on up to standing. So come to stand in Tadasana. I'm sorry, there's a skylight behind me that's making me kind of washed out. I don't know. Oh, then maybe that's a little better. Okay. So come to stand in Tadasana. You can measure if you want for a hip distance apart by turning one foot in and then just turning your toes back out to the center. Lift up your kneecaps. Descend the buttock flesh. Lift your sternum. And reach your hands down towards the floor. Keep your chin parallel to the floor. Tadasana. And then just turn to your right and back and turn to your left and right and left and right. And let your arms swing left, right, and left. And then as you bring your arms, you're going to really tap your arms behind you and in front of you, and really tap the body. So really feel your arms as they pound against your back. This helps to activate the kidneys and the adrenal glands. And then just speed up a little more. And then you can begin to slow down. And then come to pause in Tadasana. And then once again, we're just going to start at the knees. Tap your thighs, tap your sides, tap your glutes. Come up and tap the backs of your kidneys, right around your kidneys. So if I turn around, you see right about your back. And then turn around. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, you can tap your belly. Whoops, that shakes a little bit too much. And then come back. And then tap your arms all the way up to your shoulders and down, and tap the underneath and down and around. Tap your arms. And then change sides. Tap. Tap, tap, tap. And then pause and come back to Tadasana. Good. And then step to the top of your mat. And with your inhalation, I hope everybody feels a little energized now. I can feel my arms sort of energized and my legs as well, so I hope you feel the same. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, fold forward. Bring your hands to blocks or your fingers to the floor. Bring your ribs towards your thighs for Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and step your feet back for downward facing dog. Come up onto your toes, lower one heel and then the other. And then come up onto both toes. Press into your hands, lengthen through your arms and the sides of your waist, and then lower your heels down towards the mat. So it's not important to have the heels on the mat, just to have a nice long stretched back. And then glide forward to plank. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Keep your gaze slightly forward with your navel up and in. And then press back to downward dog. Look forward to your hands. Walk or step your feet forward for forward fold. And then put a slight bend in your knees. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step your feet back. Downward facing dog. Glide forward to plank. Press back for downward dog. Look forward to your hands. Walk your feet forward for forward fold. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Pause in Tadasana. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees. Step back with your right foot. And we're going to come up to a crescent lunge. So there are two versions of crescent lunge. You can put your knee down, or you can keep the knee lifted. In either case, wherever you are, when you come up, you can come up in two steps, or in one step all the way up for crescent lunge. Lift up out of your back ribs, so reach your hands up and lift your ribs up. And then bring your hands down to your front foot, step the back foot forward for forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, reach up, bring your hands to your heart, and then reach your arms up, fold forward. Bend your knees, step back with your left foot, and either knee down or knee lifted, and then inhale, 2 steps, or in one, reach your arms up for crescent lunge. Bring your hands to the floor. Step your back foot forward for a forward fold. And then inhale, reach up, take your arms up, bring your hands to your heart, and then pause in Tadasana. And then step your feet wide. Turn your right toes out and turn your left toes in. Soften your knee. Turn your side to the pinky toe side of your foot. Straighten your leg. And then reach your arms out to a T and relax your shoulders. Reach forward with your right arm. Cut in with the right hip. Bring your hand to your shin or to your ankle. If you have a bad shoulder, keep your hand at your hip. Otherwise, reach the arm up. Stretch your arms away from one another. Press into your back heel. Triangle. Don't forget to smile at me. Press into your feet, reach up. Reverse your triangle. Come back to extended arms. Reach back with your back hand and extend your knee over your ankle. Press into your back foot. Good. Reach back with the back arm. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to your hips and turn your feet. Turn your left toes out and turn your right toes in. Soften your knee, turn your thigh and straighten your leg. Reach your arms out, relax your shoulders. Reach forward with the left arm, cut in with your left hip. Bring your hand to your shin or your ankle. Bad shoulders, bring your hand to your hip. Otherwise, reach up. Stretch your arms away from one another. Turn your torso towards me. Smile. And then press into your feet. Reach up, stretch up. Reach up with your left arm. The reverse triangle. Come back to parallel arms. Reach back with your back hand. Extend your knee over your ankle. And look out over your fingertips. And then reach back with your hand, straighten your front leg, bring your hands to your hips, and turn your feet. Heel toe your feet together. And then we're going to come into tree pose. So if you have a place to just bring your hand to give yourself a little bit of stability to start. You can bring your hands to your hips just to begin. Find a focal point and fix your gaze. And then press into your left foot, especially the big toe mound. And then bring your right foot to your ankle or to your shin. And if anybody feels like they're able to go all the way up into their thigh, you can do that. In any event, press the foot into your leg, the leg into the foot, and then bring your hands to your heart and reach your arms up. And then lower your arms and lower your leg. Bring your feet together. Find your focal point. Keep your hand on a piece of furniture for balance. And then press into your right leg, especially the big toe mound. Bring your left foot to your ankle, your calf, or again, if it's in your purview today, you can take the foot all the way up into your thigh. And then bring your hands to your heart. Reach your arms up. And then lower your arms, lower your leg, and then give everything a bounce. And then bend your knees and roll your shoulders. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale up. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. And then step to the top of your mat again. Reach your arms up. Fold forward. Bring your hands to the floor. Step back. Come onto your hands and knees. And then bring your big toes together. Separate your knees. And bring your hips back onto your heels for extended child's pose. And slowly roll yourself up, roll onto one hip, take your legs out in front of you, and then hold on behind your knees, roll yourself down, and bring your knees in towards your chest, rock them in and out. Hug them in towards your chest and rock from side to side. Bring your feet to the floor, extend your legs, extend your arms, and stretch the body, do a pelvic tilt. And then bring your arms down by your sides, bend your knees. Bring your feet and your knees together. Take your arms out to a T. Lift your hips up a little bit and take them over to the left. And then let your knees drop to the right. You can stack your feet on top of one another. And if it's comfortable to take your neck, your chin, your gaze over your left shoulder, go right ahead. And then come back up to the center. Settle your feet, and then lift your hips up, bring them back to the middle, and then press the feet into the floor, lift the hips up and scoot them over to the right side this time. And then let your knees lower over to the left, stack your feet, and take your gaze over your right shoulder. And then come back up to the center, lift your hips and bring them back to the middle of the floor. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock them in and out. Hug them in towards your chest and rock from side to side. And then bring your feet to the floor, extend your legs, extend and reach your arms, do a pelvic tilt. And with your exhale, bring your arms down by your sides and you can prepare for a final relaxation for Shavasana. So bring yourself into a comfortable pose. And as you rest down on your mat, allow yourself to bring your breath back to its natural rhythm. And bring your awareness to your breath. And relax your legs. Relax your hips. Relax your belly and your chest. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Relax your neck. And relax the skin on your face and your scalp. With your eyes closed, lift your eyes to 12 o'clock. Take them over to 9 o'clock, over to 3 o'clock, and then down to 6 o'clock. And once again, lift them up to 12 o'clock. Take them to 3 o'clock, across to 9 o'clock, and let them rest at 6 o'clock as if looking inward. Then you can slowly let the eyes float back to the center of their sockets. And this is called inner fire. What does it take to keep the inner fire of inspiration burning? What wakes the soul from sleep when the mind yearns for any respite from the storm? What calls forth courage when fear is a known and frequent guest? When the winds of change and circumstance swirl in circles, when breath is short and shallow, what brings release? The peace of God is present in the tumult in the temple. A single thought can move us from the unreal to the real. To dance or kneel, to sing or speak a prayer of gratitude and praise can spark the flame of truth again. To remember and forget, to find and lose, to remember and forget again, there is no shame in this. To recall the grace that is our nature brings down the wall that separates and draws the gaze inside once more. There, the open door of the heart glows like a beacon in the night. There, we rest in stillness and in light. And now you can begin to bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. And stretch the body. And then slowly roll onto your right side. Pause there for a moment. And then slowly press yourself up to come and sit in Sukhasana. And bring your hands to the center of your chest. And lower your head, reminding us to surrender the busy thinking mind to the wisdom and intuition that resides in the heart. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home. Namaste.
Thank you, Jenny.
Thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it.